What's going on, guys? JFC here. Today we've got custom tactics back on the channel. These tactics are pretty much just nailed on for me as my favorite tactics of the year so far. I'm going to show you guys a couple different ones in this video. I'm going to show you my favorite and also one that I think you guys might like more, but I'll explain more as we kind of go into this stuff and talk about it in a gameplay too. So getting into the custom tactics now is going to be the 4-3-2-1 formation, which I'm sure most of you know by now is actually probably the most used formation in this FIFA in terms of like, especially on next gen 100%. And once you get into Elite Division and then you're 15-0 in Weekend League, like you're gonna only pretty much face a couple different formations, and this is one of them, really, the 4-3-2-1. But I have a few key differences that some people don't have that I have. One of them, pressure on a heavy touch. A lot of people love balanced, and the problem I have with balanced is I don't feel like my players intercept the ball enough or go for interceptions, say, more than they should. I feel like they're a little too stagnant, and yes, pressure on heavy touch, you can at times leave yourself susceptible for a counterattack, but I think pressure on heavy touch, you can really suffocate opponents once in a while, and it does seem to make a difference on like my midfield and how much they intercept the ball. It could be totally placebo, but I think there is something to it. My width stays 50, my depth goes to 65. I like it a little bit higher up, and this is a kind of maybe a controversial one. I wouldn't say controversial, but probably more just unpopular. I like balanced and possession. Now, keep in mind this is for next gen. If you're on old gen, maybe it won't quite be balanced possession. Maybe you want to try fast build up and balance, something like that. But for next gen, I've tried everything. I've tried fast build up and balanced. I've tried fast build up and direct passing. I've tried balanced and direct passing. I've tried balanced. My favorite one that I've used so far is balanced and possession. And what I found really is on next gen, what you need to do to score in this game is make lateral passes in the box, right? You guys know this by now. That's like the main way to score in this game, basically. With balanced and possession, it leaves your players, they actually make the correct runs when you're in the box. Does that make sense? Getting up to the box, sure, you might have to kind of use a player lock once in a while or play a little bit slower than maybe you'd want to. But what I've found with balanced and possessions, once you get in the final third, it is by far the best tactic. I'm scoring so many goals on balance and possession. Width at 50 is fine. Players in box I have at 7 out of 10, and corners and free kicks I have at 1. So I've been running it in game like this. You got Mbappe at the right forward, Isaac up top, and Eusebio at the left. The LCM is actually Antoine Griezmann, and we'll get into kind of the instructions here in a little bit as your left center mid, and then Hullet Vieira in there, and then as your back four. So with the instructions, you start off with Isaac on stay central, and that's the only thing I put on him. I don't put him on get him behind or anything like that. I just keep him on stay central, and I also keep Eusebio on stay central the same. Nothing else changes there. Now for Mbappe, I have him on comeback on defense, and if you guys don't know what this does, basically you defend in a 4-4-2 when you attack in a 4-3-2-1 effectively. So Mbappe kind of runs back on defense and he runs back forward as well on attack. That's a theme that unfortunately is recurring, gonna be in this video, because instructions and tactics in this game matter more than they probably have in recent years, honestly, which could be taken as a good thing, could be taken as a bad thing. Now for the LCM here, I've got get forward to get into the box for cross. Now you can either have the left center mid or the right center mid basically do this, but you pick one of the two, and then also the opposite attacker, the opposite winger, is going to be on the comeback on defense. So if you want a right center mid that goes forward, you put the left forward on comeback on defense. But I have Griezmann here because he's left-footed, of course. Even though he has 5-star weak foot, I still have a left-footed player there, and I just kind of am used to using the LCM as my attacker, so I'm very just comfortable with it. So basically, he is used as just another attacker in the midfield. That's all he does. Then your two center mids here are on stay back while attacking and cover center. So that's all that they do there. You can change this if you want to. By the way, Vieira's in the wrong spot. Let me change that. Hullet is on the right center mid. Vieira kind of is like the holding DM there. If you want to, you can make it so that Hullet goes to balanced and you kind of have an extra attacker going forward. You can be caught up this way a little bit easier though. It's kind of, you can play around with that a little bit if you want to, and then you can also go to the fullbacks and make them either balanced or on stay back while attacking also. I have them on balanced myself, but you can turn them on stay back if you think you're too exposed going forward. If you need help in defense or something like that, you can keep them on the stay back while attacking. Yeah, so those are the instructions. I just think that the 4-3-2-1 this year is so good, and it's definitely the most annoying to play against. Like anytime I'm playing weekend league and there's an opponent that I'm like really annoyed by and I can't seem to like break them down and numbers are flying forward all the time, they're always in the 4-3-2-1 or this other formation that we're gonna get into in one sec. But for more tips, this formation here, I'd say your left forward should be left-footed or 5-star weak foot, and your right forward be 5-star weak foot or right-footed. As you guys know, that's kind of like the meta basically. And your striker, the more 5-star weak feet in this formation, the better, honestly. I have Isaac and Eusebio. The goal scoring that they have with the 5-star weak foot is just insane. I mean, this card is nuts, and the goal contributions to speak for itself. It's an Elite Division and FUT Champs only. He's got 60 goal comps in probably like 35 games, counting on, you know, the backouts, the rage quits, etc. I mean, it's just incredible what he's doing for the club right now. And Eusebio, the same. This card is literally insane. I can't believe how good he is, and the 5-star weak foot plays a huge part into that. So quickly, if you want to close off a game here, here's a 4-2-3-1 setup right there. There's nothing much to it. It's literally just just a 4-2-3-1, hold off a game setup, balance, direct passing, pressure on heavy touch. There's nothing really to it. I will switch to it with like 10 minutes to go if I'm up by a goal. Ignore where the players are. They're obviously at the wrong positions there, but it's a really simple 4-2-3-1, but that's not what we're talking about. Those aren't the tactics that we're going to talk about, though. For the second ones, these are the second ones here. The 3-4-2-1 is like becoming a really meta formation that like certain pros are starting to use it. And the reason I don't use it as much as I used to is because I'm just open defensively. And if I can't score on somebody, I'm probably going to lose. And in terms of like, I mean, can't score more than like 3 goals. If I am in the 3-4-2-1, I'm knowing I'm probably going to concede twice. It's just very difficult to keep clean sheets with it. Now, you might say, okay, why would pros use it then? The reason they're using it is because they're such elite manual defenders that like having 3 of those center backs back and that's it is actually not that bad. So if you have like elite defense, I would try this formation out. You might be like unstoppable with it, honestly. I'm talking like you're rank 3 no matter what every single weekend. You're pushing rank 2 and rank 1 on occasion, and you know you're an elite defender, then you can try these. I think these, you might like these better. But for everybody else, is why I'd kind of like to stick to maybe the 4-3-2-1 first, but we'll still show you these. Pressure on heavy touch, balance and direct passing on this one I use because I can go on so many counterattacks. It's a little different than the possession one that the 4-3-2-1 has. Players in box I have at 6, so I did up too much now. Now this is where the instructions can get like broken in this formation. The reason this formation works is because your left and right mids, we'll start with these, literally are just workhorses out there. They will come back on defense and they will go forward like constantly because you have them on get in behind, you have them on stay wide, and come back on defense. So they're getting in behind, making runs. They're on come back on defense. They're just running constantly. And that's one of the reasons why this formation is viable, is because your left mid and right mid come back on defense really well in this game, and they get forward really well. So they do everything. So left mid and right mid have the same exact instructions. Come back on defense, stay wide, get in behind. Striker and Mbappe just have stay central, nothing too crazy there. Then the left forward and right forward, you have stay central, stay forward, get in behind. You're just ready for those counterattacks. I mean, yeah, it's the same thing with the right forward. It's really insane how like fast you can counterattack in this formation. 2 center mids, stay back while attacking, stay on edge of the box for the cross. Also on cover center, you just need them to stay back to help your 3 center backs here who are just on the basic stuff. And once again, ignore the fact that Captain V isn't here because obviously this is not the same team I'd run with this formation. But that is that, and yeah, I think the 4-3-2-1 is probably one of the years where I think that, at least on next gen, like there's a couple formations that are just significantly better than the rest. A lot of the years it's kind of whatever you're comfortable with, which is still important. Like if you're comfortable with a certain formation, you can probably get to a really certain point with that formation, right? But if once you get to like the really, really high ends of FIFA, I'm talking higher than your standard elite div players even, you kind of are gonna be punished a little bit by not running these couple of formations because they're just so broken this year. But this team, before we get into the gameplay, Ledley King is fantastic. I absolutely love him. I did not think I'd like him as much as I do. Eder Militao, I think is very solid. His team of the year would obviously be better. There's times where his defending is a little bit questionable. Captain Villa is Captain Villa. He's insane. Philip Lahm, I just started using this card. I really, really like him actually. Very solid right back. Team of the year Courtois is the best keeper in the game. He's still not amazing because no keepers in this game are amazing, but Courtois does the job. Ruud Gullit Prime is Superman. He's Jesus Christ out there, and that's all I need to say. Patrick Vieira is probably the best DM in the game. Obviously not as mid, but like if you had Prime Vieira or what's the one above him? Is it was it a World Cup Vieira? I don't remember which Vieira it is. He's probably the best DM in the game. Griezmann's great. I love his 5-5. Eusebio, obviously I talked about already with the Isaac, who are incredible, and Mbappe is Mbappe. All right, now let's get into some FUT Champs gameplay. All right, what do we got for us? Tinder FC. All right. Starting off hot. Let's go. See the vertical passing, like you just pass from, it was like Eusebio, Isaac, and Mbappe score. That's what this formation does. Ledley, no. No. No, Ledley, I just gassed you up. There he is. There's Ledley. Yeah, you fucked it. He's gone. Great finish by Isaac, even though we greened it. Dude, Mbappe is just, he's such cheese, bro. It's just not even fair to use him. Got him. No way, Isaac. Dude, you step over with Isaac and the defense just melts. Ledley. Here he comes. Oh, what a ball. Yeah, this one's over. Right on to game 2, Bayern FC. What does he got for us? Is it a past and present Bayern team? Neuer? No, it's not. It's an interesting team. Haji's, I never see Haji. Get your Travella's down. Eusebio doesn't even have outside foot shot trade. He just nailed that Travella. They're run by Isaac, man. Yo, you don't want to see this guy. Got him. What? What? Hummels just got in front of Hullet? That's Superman. No way. He's robbed me of my goal. Chip. Griezmann. Oh, he's cooking now. Got him. No, Neuer. Stop. He's through. You can't let Eusebio green a shot, bro. It's just flying in. You're not getting him, pal. Sorry. Oh, he's cooking now. Oh, ref. That's disgusting. No way, Lam. Did Lam just get bodied by Diaby? Oh, man. All right, I'm playing with my food. I gotta focus up. You thought you were getting the ball off Captain Villa? That's not happening. Here we go. Look at the counterattack in this formation, baby. Let's go. Yep. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know what's catching him. Got him. Was that Rabona by Eusebio too? Nice. Got him. Got him. Gotta go. What is he doing? What the? Oh yeah, Ledley. Here he comes. He's giving up. Got him. And he got it. What a goal, my son. Yeah. Okay, GG's, my friend. Next. We just didn't react to it. It's such a shit goal. Sell all you want, buddy. I remember that. See how they're all bunched up? Perfect. They're all, it's possession. They're all bunched up right there. It's because of sweat, by the way. What was that? That was just, okay. We're trying heavy touch right there. Got him. 5-star week for Isaac. We'll sell you on you. Oh, he's fucked it. That's such a shame. That's such a shame. Superman's in the way. That wasn't nearly as cool as it could have been. This guy's lost the plot. He's giving up. He just can't tackle me. This Griezmann's so good, dude. All right, so I'm gonna go in a game here with the 3-4-1, 3-4-2-1. They got Captain Villa and Muniers as my left and right mids. I might regret that, but I'm gonna play a game here and just see how it goes. I will play with this formation, actually. Got 5-star skills Mooney here on the right mid. Oh, yeah. Dude, there's so many attackers up here. Oh, my God. That's going in, dude. Eusebio is not fair. Yeah, Ledley's coming. You're not getting it through. Oh, what's he got there for us? Superman. You don't want Superman playing the left mid slot. Yeah, he just got cooked. No way. Oh my god, Courtois, you're the best. One of the downsides is, yeah, I didn't have really anybody on the wing there to kind of defend that. Superman again. You can't let him dribble this much, dude. Yeah, it's over. That's the thing with that formation. Like, you can literally just run through somebody in like 15 minutes, and you can also just get ran through in 15 minutes also. So it's like, it just depends on your play style and your opponent's play style, you know? Let me know if these tactics helped you guys at all. I would love to hear, and I love you all, and I'll see you next video very, very soon. Peace.